What's going on, y'all? Thanks for checking in with Callie. Please like, subscribe if you haven't. So we're at the point now where the Lakers have been eliminated. And, a reporter asked LeBron James post game after they lost and after they got eliminated by the Denver Nuggets. He was asked, does he plan on retiring or does he plan on, returning to the Lakers next year or see himself in a Lakers jersey next year, basically. And, LeBron, how he answered the question was, he had a real different look on his face, but he also said, I don't know. And when he said that, he doesn't give the notion that he's going to retire, but he doesn't also want to give the notion that, whether he's going to play for the Lakers or not next season. And to me, I feel like that's a sneaky little trick that LeBron's going to use as leverage against the Lakers in order to get what he wants out of the Lakers. Because we've known for a while now, for the last year or so, or at least the last several months to a year, he's been saying that he wants, Bronny to be in the league with him, first father, son, the league together, which is the motivation and the reason why he's still playing, along with, I guess, trying to chase that ghost of Michael Jordan, which he's never going to catch because he's never going to have the same amount of rings. He's just, stat padding pretty much, in an era where basketball is so tender, so soft, where they don't play defense and everybody just jacks up threes and, just shoots. And it's just pretty easy basketball. I mean, if Jordan was able to play, I'm pretty sure he would come back to this era and average about 25 points himself easily, and probably at 40 years old. Because, if everybody's just all about shooting and no defense and no hand checking, anything like that, the game is so much easier to score and there's no defense being put out there like that. Well, a whole lot of players back in the past would have played longer if the physicality part was taken out of it, you know what I'm saying, especially defensively. So that's not really saying too much. But in the same breath, here, this is where we are with basketball, and this is what we have to deal with. I can't say I like it, but I deal with it because I still love the NBA. It's still my number one sport, but that's a different story for a different day. But I definitely think LeBron is going to use this as leverage, in his favor, because if he can, convince the Lakers, like, hey, if you keep me here, I wouldn't mind staying if you take my son in the draft. Now, the Lakers can, definitely manipulate some things in regards to the draft and, pull some strings because they have a lot of money tied up within the team. The Lakers, they've always had leverage. They've always had pull. They've always had a lot of things go in their favor. Somehow the Charlotte Hornets years and years and ages ago drafted Kobe Bryant, and somehow the Lakers got Kobe Bryant from Charlotte. I don't know how. I don't know why. I don't know how it happened, but it happened. You see what I'm saying? Somehow they got Shaq to leave Orlando to come to the Los Angeles Lakers. I don't know how it happened. I can't tell you how it happened. I just don't have a clue, but the Lakers just seem to always be able to pull strings unlike any other team in the NBA. And I'm talking, that's over New York Knicks, and that's over the Boston Celtics. That's over any team you could think of. The Lakers always had pull like that. The people they know, they must know some people in the mafia or something like that. But whoever knows what this whole situation is with that. But my point is, I feel like this is a situation LeBron could use as leverage because, honestly, when you think about the Lakers, what can they do? Like, where can they go? Like, what other avenue can they take? Possibly, there's a chance they might be able to acquire somebody like Kevin Durant if he decides to leave Phoenix. I don't know if he is, but that's definitely a possibility because KD never really stays anywhere that long. KD has never really definitely showed no loyalty to any team at all. No matter whether they did everything he asks or no matter what the situation is. If KD doesn't feel he doesn't feel he's getting what he deserves, he leaves. And all these teams that he's been on, there's not one team KD hasn't been on that has not given him a super team, or he didn't have like great players around him enough to win in every situation. I'm starting to think at this point, the damn guy wouldn't even have a championship if he didn't go to Golden State and they had all the pieces they had and there was already a championship caliber team. He wouldn't even have a championship. What I'm starting to think. But either way, there's a possibility he could go to Lakers, but I really don't see that happening, especially with Anthony Davis still being there. Now, Anthony Davis left or something like that, or flipped his contract, cut the money down in contract or something like that, or whatever the case may be, and they made some type of trade where the other team can get like some good future draft picks and possibly some good, output from the Lakers, almost like Austin Reeves and Rui Hachimura and all them. But then again, if they do all that to get Kevin Durant, they gave up all their other guy type pieces just to get a player like Kevin Durant. Then that'd be the same situation that the Suns are in. They're very top heavy, and the Lakers would be very top heavy probably if they get Kevin Durant, because they have to give up a lot to get him. So I don't really see all that happening, and I don't think nobody's taking less money, just to get Kevin Durant there, especially with him aging the way he is. So that might be a far gone conclusion. So the only thing the Lakers really have in their favor is the two players that they have, LeBron and AD. And if LeBron decides to, exercise his option and saying like, hey, this is an option that I want to take. I want you guys to keep me if you want to, but if you keep me, it comes with a price. You got to draft my son, and my son has to be drafted to the Lakers, and that's the direction we want to go. And I think the Lakers probably would have to give in, because honestly, I think LeBron has the Lakers by the balls, because the Lakers at least want to be a contending team, or a team that looks like they can, at least do something in the playoffs. They're going to have to keep LeBron James, because they have no other star player they can go after. And now if LeBron decides to walk and leave there and go to Cleveland, hypothetically, with Donovan Mitchell and things like that, okay, well, that might work out. Maybe Donovan Mitchell might leave Cleveland. You never know, and come to the Lakers. That's a possibility, but it's still a long shot at this point, because like I said, how much else do you have to give up to get a player like Donovan Mitchell? And there again, there's no guarantee on that. So honestly, I think the Lakers are kind of like trapped in this situation, because they don't want to let go of LeBron, because LeBron generates so much money, so much everything for that team, that, they would be missing out in their mind if they actually, didn't keep LeBron James. They definitely rather let Anthony Davis go than LeBron James, which is kind of weird, because Anthony Davis is younger and he played like 75 games this year, which shocked everybody. But, injury prone, is something that they'll probably look at with Anthony Davis over LeBron, of course. And plus, it's just LeBron, so they're not going to take any player over him. But I personally just think that, the Lakers are stuck with that situation. And I think that, honestly, in their mind, they better hope that LeBron James just walks away and goes back to Cleveland or to another team, because if he stays there, he's definitely going to make them, or more likely put them in position to draft Bronny, and Bronny is nowhere near NBA ready to me. I just don't see anything in his game. The man averaged 2-3 points before his stroke or whatever he had, cardiac arrest, whatever he had. He was only averaging 4 or 5 points or 6 points a game or something like that. He was never really, a good college player. He's really just going to make the NBA off his dad's name, which is a piss poor outcome to me, because I just don't think that just because your dad is a superstar player and an all-time great player, I don't think that should just be the end all be all while you make it. Because honestly, if that's the case, Michael Jordan's one of his kids probably should have made the NBA and still should be in it or something like that, or just be getting ready to retire by now or something like that. There's a lot of players whose sons did not make the NBA just because of their name. And there is some that might have, but they actually had some type of talent. They actually was really good. They actually was averaging double figures in college. They actually was averaging 15, 16 points in college, 17 points in college, and then go to the pros. And they may not live up to their dad's stature, but at the same time, they, in their own right, they were a pretty decent player, or a little bit above average player in college. I don't even think Bronny is I don't even think he's a little bit above average. I think he's average at best, because like I said, average to poor, because I don't see anything in his game that's really worth a damn that any team needs that they could utilize to make them better futuristically. Honestly, there's nothing in his game that I see. Like I said, he got a little bounce. Don't get me wrong. You know what I'm saying? He looked like LeBron. That's the only thing I see. I don't see anything else in his game that really, signifies that he's NBA ready. His body is too small. He's not, I would say he's got the height, but like I said, that body frame he's got is way too small. He would get pushed around easily by the weakest players in the NBA, let alone the better players. He wouldn't even phase them. So, really, I just think it's a waste and a whole whole situation. But like I said, LeBron could definitely use it in his favor, and I think that's what he might do. So honestly, NBA world, Lakers fans, I wouldn't be surprised if that's the outcome.